Apple, you know the name. They make iPhones, those sleek smartphones everyone loves. But Apple is more than just phones. They sell Macs, iPads, Apple Watches, even services like Apple Music. This makes Apple a tech giant, one of the biggest companies globally. People care about Apple's stock for a simple reason. They want to own a piece of this success. When you buy stock, you're buying a tiny slice of the company. If Apple does well, its stock price usually goes up. This means your investment grows in value. Investors all over the world closely watch Apple's every move. New product launches, sales figures, even rumors. All these things can impact Apple's stock price. This makes Apple a fascinating company to follow, whether you're a seasoned investor or just starting out. Apple's stock has been on quite a wild ride lately, capturing the attention of investors and tech enthusiasts alike. If you've been following the headlines, you know it's been anything but boring. Picture a roller coaster at an amusement park. One moment you're climbing to thrilling new heights, and the next, you're plunging down at breakneck speed. That's exactly what Apple's stock performance has felt like over the past several months. In 2024, Apple's stock price skyrocketed, soaring almost 67%. It was a fantastic year for investors, with many celebrating big gains and feeling optimistic about the company's future. But as the calendar flipped to 2025, things took a turn. The start of the new year brought fresh challenges, and the stock market's mood shifted. As of April 17, 2025, Apple's stock is trading at $196.91. That's still a hefty price tag, but it tells only part of the story. Despite the impressive number, the stock is actually down about 13% since the beginning of the year. For long-term investors, that's a noticeable dip, especially after such a strong run. This recent drop isn't just about Apple. The entire market has been jittery, with global economic uncertainty and inflation worries. But for Apple, there's also concern about slowing iPhone sales, which are a huge part of their business. Still, there's no need to panic. Apple has a reputation for weathering storms and coming out stronger. The company's resilience is legendary in the tech world. Time and again, Apple has silenced doubters by launching innovative products and posting impressive sales numbers, proving that it's more than just a one-product company. And with the recent release of a brand new iPhone, excitement is building once again. Historically, these launches spark a surge in demand and often give Apple's stock price a healthy boost as eager fans rush to upgrade. So, while the ride may be bumpy, Apple's story is far from over. Investors and fans alike are watching closely to see what's next for this tech giant. Here's something many people really appreciate about Apple. They don't just keep their profits to themselves, they actually share a portion with the people who own their stock. This means that when Apple does well, its shareholders get to benefit directly, not just from the rising value of their shares, but also from regular cash payments. It's one of the ways Apple builds trust and loyalty among its investors, making them feel like true partners in the company's ongoing success. They do this by paying what's called dividends. Dividends are essentially a share of the company's profits, distributed to shareholders as a reward for investing in the company. It's a tangible way for Apple to say thank you to its investors. Think of dividends like a little bonus you get just for owning the stock. You don't have to sell your shares or do anything special. Just by holding Apple stock, you're eligible to receive these payments. It's a simple automatic benefit that can add up over time, especially if you reinvest those dividends to buy even more shares. Apple pays dividends on a regular schedule 4 times a year, once every quarter. This predictable timing makes it easier for investors to plan their finances and look forward to those extra payments throughout the year. What's even more impressive is that Apple has consistently increased its dividend payout every single year since 2012. This steady growth in dividends is a strong signal that Apple is confident in its financial health and future earnings. This ongoing commitment to raising dividends shows that Apple values its long-term investors. It's a way of sharing the company's ongoing success and rewarding those who stick with Apple over the years. Now, while Apple's dividend yield, the percentage return you get from dividends compared to the stock price, might not be the highest out there, it's still a nice perk. It adds an extra layer of value on top of the potential for your shares to grow in price. So, when you own Apple stock, you actually have 2 ways to make money. One is through the appreciation of your stock's value as Apple grows, and the other is through those regular dividend payments that put cash directly in your pocket. This powerful combination of growth and income makes Apple an appealing choice for a wide range of investors. From those looking for long-term growth, to those who want a steady, reliable income stream. It's one of the reasons Apple remains such a popular stock around the world. Yes, the iPhone is a huge part of Apple's business. For many people, it's the first thing that comes to mind when they think of Apple. The iPhone has been a game changer, not just for the company, but for the entire tech industry. It's a device that millions rely on every day, and it's helped Apple become one of the most valuable companies in the world. But they aren't a one-trick pony. Apple is smart. The company knows that to stay on top, it has to keep evolving and diversifying. They're always thinking ahead, planning for what's next, and making sure they're not putting all their eggs in one basket. They know they can't rely on just one product forever. Consumer preferences change and technology moves fast. Apple's leadership understands the importance of adapting to new trends and exploring fresh opportunities. That's why they're investing heavily in other areas to keep growing. Apple pours billions into research and development, always searching for the next breakthrough that could transform their business. One big focus is services. Think Apple Music, which has become a major player in the streaming world, offering millions of songs and exclusive content to subscribers. Apple Pay, iCloud storage, and the App Store are also key parts of this strategy. These services make life easier for users and keep them coming back to the Apple ecosystem. These services bring in recurring revenue, which means Apple isn't just making money when you buy a device, they're earning from you month after month, meaning people pay for them regularly, whether it's for extra storage, music, or apps. This creates a steady stream of income that helps smooth out the ups and downs of hardware sales. This is great for Apple because it creates a stable income stream, making their financials more predictable and less vulnerable to sudden changes in the market. So Apple is less reliant on just selling iPhones or other devices. Their business is more balanced and resilient. Then there are new product categories. Apple is always exploring new frontiers, looking for the next big thing that could change the way we live and work. Apple is rumored to be working on exciting things like augmented reality headsets and even self-driving cars. These projects could open up entirely new markets for the company. While these are still a few years away, the potential is enormous. If successful, they could redefine what Apple is known for. They show that Apple is always innovating and looking for the next big thing. The company's culture is built around creativity and pushing boundaries. This constant drive to create and dominate new markets is what keeps Apple ahead of the competition and ensures they remain a leader in technology. It's a big reason why investors are optimistic about Apple's future, confident that the company will continue to grow and surprise the world with what comes next.